Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of Gladria East. I, I am your humble DM Tyler, and we have everyone here from the cast. This is the Black Friday episode. I hope you guys got your good shopping and what have you. But if the cast would like to reintroduce themselves, because it's been 2 weeks.
Hello, my name is Joseph. I'm playing Sor Gra Gra, the Storm Sorcerer.
Hello, my name is Momac Nightdrifter. I'm playing the Battlesmith Artificer.
Hello, I'm Zach. I'm playing Sanctus, the ASMR expert warlock.
Alright, we got two more players.
Go ahead.
Me? Huh? Oh, hi. I am Dominic, and I am playing Elric Swiftroom, Resident Thief Rogue.
Hi, I'm Avarith, or Ezra, you can call me whatever. I'm playing Darhana on Mollis. I am a half-elf bard with a tragic backstory.
Wait, tragic backstory? What?
Who knows?
Tragic
We might
backstory?
get.
What?
Yeah, who knows? We might get into it today. Alright, so, last episode, you guys went into the city of the Artificer Sanctum after obtaining a vast amount of wealth. You guys saw what seems like to be a bunch of warforges, seeming like to be newly built creations from the Artificers. That, and along with Steel Watchers. The Steel Watchers scanned you guys before entering and recognized Momac as a wanted criminal. The Dwarves Artificers that regarded the gate decided to bring in Zook, the head artificer of the sanctum. Zook recognized you, Momac, as a somewhat acquaintance, as your former master and Zook used to be good buddies. But after hearing about the death of your master and what have you, he decided to give you an option of handing a vast amount of gems in exchange for your freedom and write it off as tax. You humbly accepted, dump a bunch of gems into the hole, and you guys basically shot throughout the majority of the session, obtaining new magical items and weaponry, while discovering a bit of the city a bit. You can tell that there's a bunch of warforges acting as guards that are not hesitant to act upon if you guys decide to mess around, which you guys did a little bit and got away with. You guys formed some new alliances, attained powerful magical items such as an instant fortress, and after doing all that, you eventually find Ivor walking back from what seems like to be a week's time or more from a mine, and you guys acquired the orbs, which you found out were scrying orbs, and were given instructions of not to mess with them, otherwise it could damage the product. But you also discovered that this warforged over here, who calls himself Brett, is fully sentient. In comparison to the other warforges, where it's basically serve one purpose, this warforge seems to be fully minded, fully capable of speak and talking and reason and what have you. And Momac, you being a curious artificer, try to discover what the source of it is, and legit peeking through his head, you discovered that a blue sapphire gem was embedded with a draconic marking by the name of Siren. And at that point, Iward the Duergar recognized it, and when you guys questioned him, he asked you guys to come around and tell a story. And he will tell you this right now, and that's where we left off. So, now it's story time.
Pickpocket his face.
So
Not really. Alright, but
alright, so now it's story time. So you guys all sit down. Some of you crisscross applesauce, some sit normally. He says, well, let me tell you the reason why probably Tommy sent you away in the first place. About, was it a week or 2 weeks? And Brett says it was a week and a half. He goes, yeah, thanks, Brett. I was doing my usual mining, trying to get material for the scrying orbs. While searching through there was a cave-in. And unfortunately, this cave-in brought me down deeper into the mountain, along with Brett. He was like all the other warforgers. However, when I awoken, it seems like he caught sentience as he's hit his head legit on that rock. I could not read Draconic, so I could not understand. But I do understand that he was fully speaking and acting on his own, which obviously brought my curiosity. But we needed to get out. Me being Duergar, I'm used to the dark, so I I navigated my way until I found a deep cavern within the mountain. And we're talking very deep here. As I looked around the cavern, there was a bunch of gems. So much gems that one man would retire and would give generation wealth to 5 or 6 generations. It was a massive. I thought I found a gold mine. Till I realized that it was not mine to begin with. We were surrounded by the smaller sized creatures with wings, but completely made out of gems. Until I see what seems like to be a dragonborn, but this dragonborn was blue and was legitimately a gem. Almost made look like crystal, similar to what Brett hit his head on. We conversate for a few. I rested there for a while, and this dragonborn's name was Siren. When I asked about questions of what she was, she showed me what she really was. A very, very large dragon. I don't know what type of dragon. I haven't seen a dragon like this before, completely made out of sapphire. But she calls herself this. When I asked her intentions, she said that she had no intentions on quelling on the surface. Seems like to be more solitary more than anything. But she asked that if once I go back to try to convince the miners not to dig deeper. Otherwise she might wreak havoc and take whatever's from the sanctum. And apparently, she's been sneaking into town, occasionally takes some of the tech, because she's very interested in the tech of us artificers. So, I kept my word, and she showed me the way out, and, well, I walked here, and saw you guys. With that being said, I kindly ask that you don't say any of this to anyone. The existence of a dragon that large could be dangerous to the world, to the kingdom of Gladria. We already have the Swamp King on the west continent spreading his influence. If he were to know that another dragon would exist, well, we don't want him coming around this claiming this continent as well.
Do we know anything about the Swamp King? Have we heard anything about him?
You guys all heard stories of a black dragon known as Darkran, or what he's commonly known as the Swamp King, spreading his influence around the west continent. If you want to know more information, I'll allow you guys to make a history check if you wish.
Yeah,
Can I make a history check with advantage because I'm from the area?
Sure, I'll allow it. And Darhana, you could do the same thing since technically you're from that area too.
Oh, yes.
Forkatron can make a history check.
Nah, fam. He was born a week ago.
No, okay. It was
Ooh,
like 2 weeks ago.
that's cool.
I got a 12.
12?
I got a 21.
Nice.
Hooray!
What did everyone else roll on their history checks?
Nah, I'm not making one.
6.
3.
Alright. For everyone except for Sora Darhana, that's really all you know. Sora, you being an inhabitant of the continent gives you some information. You do know that Darkaran is a black dragon, and black dragons are very, very bad. And you know he was spreading throughout the northern part of the continent. But that's really all that you can remember before coming to this continent. Darhana, with the 21, you know a bit more. And you being a bard and near the area, you gain even more information. You know that Darkaran is a black dragon, a very large stature, most likely an ancient dragon at that. So we're talking about like at least 20 feet or more higher. Like he's probably as big as half the town. But you do know that he resided in the swamps in the northwest part of the continent, and then since he's been getting bigger and bigger and spreading his territory, he's becoming more and more, claiming wherever he spreads as part of his own sick and twisted kingdom, where you either serve him and pay heavy tolls to him, or your civilization ends. You've heard of him claiming the infinite pool of the gods and claiming territory over that, possibly threatening the main water supply, and almost all, but it seems like all the kingdoms, and not kingdoms, all the towns and cities nearby there are either subjugated to him unwillfully, or it's just simply demolished from his wrath. You know that he poses a great threat to the kingdom Yep, that's it. So that's what you know Darhana is, just being generally based on your backstory and you being from there.
Okay.
And you think that because you now know the existence of another dragon, you know that if there was a conflict of two large dragons, that it could pose a great danger to the kingdom.
That's not good.
A scroll of animal friendship solves all. Okay, we'll be fine. Okay?
But yeah, Ivor just tells you all this. How do you all react?
I shrug my arms. I don't know.
Right,
Well, regardless, we must keep her presence secret. I'll try to convince the artificers, but I only ask that you don't say this to anyone else outside of this house.
All right, guys. How much do we sell the information for?
I was about to say the same thing, honestly. That was a joke, by the way. I didn't mean that.
Well, hold on. This, I'm being serious. The existence of a dragon could pose great threats. If someone were to figure out there's a dragon living under the mountain, and knowing that all that sapphire's there, greedy people would try to plunder it. I doubt that they'll live. However, the sapphire dragon could grow mad and turn against us. I can't tell whether its intentions are good or bad, but all I know is that as long as they're not bothered, they don't bother anyone.
Dude, do you know who you're talking to? Greedy people. Do you know who you're talking to?
Yes, I know adventurers seek a lot more coin, but it'll be foolish if you spread this information about stories of such like. And that's what it shall be, a story.
All right, guys. Let's go kill the dragon and plunder it.
So, Ivor, did she say what? So, with Brett here, did she say why this gem did what it did to him? Or is this something that she had no clue?
Brad kind of steps up and says, well, based on the analysis of the gem and the conversations I've ever heard Ivor with Siren, and I was like, wait, you were listening to all that? He goes, yes, I am always awake and always listening. He goes, wherefore it is weird. Brett says, anyways, based on the magical properties, these sapphires that seem to be magical in nature, it could be useful for creating powerful magical items, perhaps sentient ones? I'm not too sure. All I know is that he granted me sentience and control over my own mind. But I cannot say for what other properties it might hold. However, the threat that Ivor speaks is true. And based on the size of Siren, she seems like to be similar size of that of the one you call Darkaran. But if but her intentions are solitary, based on what I've heard. And as long as no one comes to encroach on her territory or seek out her treasures, then it should not be an issue.
Quick question.
Is this for the DM or for the character?
In character.
Okay. Just want to clarify.
And I asked the Warforge, what are the chances here that my friend here and I at Forkatron on the head, what are the chances he could become sentient with a gem like that?
He looks down at Forktron and says, well, this is clearly a mechanical beast that you created. Perhaps it could work, but I am unsure. I am a Warforged that is built with more complex parts that would give me this frame, this body, and the enough mobility, whereas that one is completely made out of silverware and other such things from animals.
Forgot about that.
In Roman, are you suggesting we ignore Ivor's recommendation and go find these magical gems so you can put it in your dog to hear him talk?
Don't make me steal your voice box and put that in too so I can speak. Nah, man, I'm just curious. What if we have the chance to make him sentient in the future? I don't know. Okay. A sentient fork dog? Like that sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds agonizing though. That's kind of cruel, man.
I
Really?
think the
What?
gods of our engagement here might not appreciate having to voice the dog itself.
I'm just imagining Forga trying to go into heaven. Your judgment day has come, dog.
Ivor kind of stands up on his chair and goes, "You mean to tell me you're willing to risk civilization itself just to hear your mechanical mutt speak?"
What'd you just call him?
You see that he is getting flustered based on what you say.
I'm
Hey.
shooting this motherfucker.
He goes, "Listen." He goes, "Listen, you cannot risk an entire civilization just to hear your dog damn speak. If you want
Watch me. Watch me.
Oh my god.
We're
we
not
gotta-
doing that.
No. Let's find
His,
a balance.
his but a joke, okay? Half the civilization, though, probably. Depends which half.
He goes, "Well, you got what you came for. And again, if I hear rumors about spreading around of this rumor mill, then, well, don't expect to do any future deals with other vendors and such. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest from my grueling travels."
Very well.
Stupid old.
Oh.
Well, thank you for your time, Ivor. I really appreciate your. Is there anything we can tell Tommy before you?
Yeah, just tell Tommy that it's going to be a while for my next batch. Just tell him only that I was trapped under the mountain, and it took me a while to escape, and that he's not going to have any scrying orbs for some time. "Well, why are you doing sitting around?" And he kind of shows you, gesture towards the door gingerly.
Oh, it's really comfortable in here. I'm sorry.
Yes. Thank you very much for your time, and I start walking towards the door.
Alrighty.
Where did we get rooms? We got rooms, right?
Yeah, you did
Yeah,
get
for
one.
3 days.
3 days.
And we hadn't rested yet. Right?
You have not.
No.
What time of the day would you say it is?
I would say it's close to sunset, but we can fast forward a bit just to the next day.
Okay.
Because all the shops are closing. Let me get you guys to the Doghouse Tavern. You guys rest. You guys get a long rest. Congratulations.
Yeah, I can finally change my infusions.
Yep. So you guys change your abilities, change your spells if you wish to change spells, if you have that capability. But the next day sets in. The smell of good breakfast is in the air. This entire tavern is very crowded, and you guys order your meals, which what's her name again? I'm gonna look at my notes. It's been a while. Where Keely did promise that she would pay for your meals in exchange as part of that deal. So you guys have your meals. You grab it, you eat it, and you guys have some time to yourself. So what do you guys do?
Can I play patty cake with someone?
Sure.
Sure.
You play patty cake with this halfling over here. You play patty cake with her. She seems to be interested, and then after some time, her and her father's like, "Come on, honey, it's time to continue our travels." He goes, "Okay, Papa. Well, it's nice playing with you."
Oh, I meant someone in the group, not a child.
Oh, my apologies.
I'll
Some
take patty
random
cake.
kid.
Yeah, patty cake baker's man.
Alright. Well, you guys have some time to roleplay if you wish.
Please don't pickpocket everybody again.
Sorry, who?
There's no card tables around here, right?
At this time, you don't see any, no.
Blackjack.
Do we need to get some? I feel like we're missing some information here. I feel like we're here and we're missing something.
Right. Wanna talk to people? I don't know. I'm an introvert. This shit's new to me.
I have something that we could go look for. Information about a man wearing purple robes and a black mask.
Right?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well,
Backstory?
Is that like is that important?
wasn't
Sorry.
there a man that the Nothics talked about?
Yes, I was just thinking about that.
might be good to get some information here.
Is there any like information barteries? Is there anybody who looks suspicious in this place?
I'm gonna go over to our chef friend.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up and gonna. Elric's gonna kind of be a little extra about it, and he is the adventure extraordinaire, adventure debonair he calls himself. So he's gonna kind of lean against the thing and say, "Hi there.
Oh,
So,
good morning.
good morning. What's it like being a tavern owner? I imagine you hear a lot of stories and whispers."
Yes, I do hear some gossip and some stories here and there. It depends. What kind of stories are you trying to find exactly?
Stories of very strange, mysterious men in masks and purple robes.
Alright, let me make a check for her real quick. She says, well that's a new one. I only really know gossip around the town and maybe the towns nearby, but I haven't really heard of anything as far as some individual that you're talking about.
Do you happen to know anybody that would? Information brokers.
Well, we don't have any information brokers per se, but there's probably two places that you could go to. You could probably speak with Elijah over in the weapons shop. He is a elven man, and he's probably one of the eldest people here other than the gnomes. But other than him, you could also perhaps speak with... Forgive me, I'm just reading my notes. You could always go to Segrin. He is the cleric of... Hold on.
Oh,
He is the cleric in town, and people come in and out of there at times. So maybe those two individuals are probably your best bet.
I will get right to that. Thank you for your help. And I'm gonna slide 3 gold pieces over.
Oh, thank you, honey. She takes it. He goes, well, if you need anything, just let me or my automatons know.
He's gonna walk back to the group and be like, okay, well, I have a little bit of information.
Dude, the automatons look so soulless in the picture.
Yeah, but they're very animated in game, so.
Okay. Can Forgo try and go up to like it and bark at one?
Weirdly enough, it seems to communicate a bit back and forth. It's weird.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Like he speaks to
What?
this bar. Let me just detach you for a second from Forkatron. Oh wait, that's weird. Oh, I
This
see.
mother-
They have a sidebar. All right. So like it's like barking at this like mechanical gnome, and they seem to be like talking in like machine talk. It's weird. But it's
This
more.
motherfucker.
But you get the feeling it's more like someone saying, "Oh, look, a dog," and like petting it and like saying nice words to it, rather than like in genuine conversation. But they seem to understand one another. It's weird.
I'm about to say this motherfucker can speak and he didn't talk to me, bro. Little bitch is hiding shit from me.
He's gonna go up to the 2 non-troublemakers of the group, which would be
The lawful good of the party.
Yeah. Thinking about switching my alignment, like chaotic neutral. Yeah, chaotic evil. Hold on, I'm not evil. Okay, I'm mischievous. Not entirely evil. Okay, look. Okay, one eaten baby isn't that.
So for the players we were talking before a game about lichdom, but that's why he's saying eating babies and such. So
The sacrifice I'm willing to make.
all right, but okay, so you go up to Sora and Sanctus, which they're seems like to be wrapping up their eating their meals.
I'm gonna sit beside both of them and say, so I talked to our chef friend who we did business with, and I got a little bit of information about the best people that we could talk to learn more. And apparently, you remember this weaponsmith we went to, right? Where I got these 2 babies, and I'm gonna pull out my 2 hand crossbows.
Oh, I can't forget those. Yes.
Thank you. They are quite nice.
Wait, can you dual wield those?
Yes.
I sure can.
Oh.
Alright. Apparently that guy is a trusted information person here. He said that there isn't much information brokers here, but there's trusted people, and he's a good bet. And then there's a cleric around town, and he's also a good bet. But I also had a little idea, if those two don't prove useful enough. Besides artificer guilds, I've had a lot of experience in other guilds, and I've known that adventurer guilds themselves, they are great places to hear stories and buy information at. So if there's any of those around here, we can head to one of those.
Yeah. Did we ever talk to Sword? Did we ever talk to Selma about this person? You know, we rescued those kids, and she came and took care of them. But I don't think we did.
I believe we didn't. But wasn't the whole plan after this to go back to the school?
Yeah, so we might have. You also have the sending stone. We might be able to talk to her real quick, or.
Yeah. I mean, I can pull it out right now.
Alright, you pull out the sending stone.
Okay, I'm gonna call Selma.
Alright. What do you say to the stone?
Selma, we have a few questions. Perhaps about a person in a purple robe with a black mask.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's my starting thing.
Alright, you send it out. We'll see what happens. Go ahead.
Is that going to take a while to get a response from? Or...
You aren't sure.
Alright. I'm going to go to the others then and say, so, while we're waiting for that then, I don't know this person, by the way, so hope to meet them. But, I think we should get on to our leads here.
Yeah, I think we got a full day ahead of us. Let's see what we pick up. I think that's a realistic and reasonable approach. Who do we want to go to first? Do we even know we know where the weaponsmith is, or the weapons guy is. Did you get his name by chance?
What was the name again?
It was Elijah.
Elijah.
Well, let's go visit Mr. Elijah. And,
Sounds like a plan to me.
yeah, maybe you can direct us to where the cleric is, and maybe he'll have a little more information about it. You two, are you coming with us?
Yeah.
Okay. What
Sure.
about you, Owen?
Sure.
You coming?
Yeah.
I know we were just there yesterday, so maybe he'll remember us.
Oh man, you know what this reminds me of, guys? It reminds me of this play that I once saw, and it's about like a group that goes in a carriage and they solve mysteries, and they got a talking dog. It's pretty crazy.
Awesome.
You know, we're just like that. We're just like that.
I've read scrolls of that story.
Alrighty, so you go to Elijah's shop. So just to clarify, because I know we kind of fast forward that bit because it was towards the end of the session, so I would say that you, Elric, would have seen him, whereas you, Sanctus, you went to an actual blacksmith shop named Haggard's Armory, which actually crafted your stuff. I know we had to fast forward there towards the tail end, but it's all good. Let me just pop your guys' tokens here. Beast. Wabam. Alrighty, so you guys go to the shop. Elric, you recognize this individual who sold you some hand crossbows, very nice ones, and you see Elijah seems to be doing some bookkeeping on the other side. He goes, "Oh, welcome to our shop. Oh, you have returned, young man. Elric, was it?"
It is indeed. Thank you.
And you could see that there's a lot of plate armor all around. Weirdly enough, this place doesn't have any warforged. It's weird, but you see that he has a vast array of weapons on racks and what have you, and he seems to display range weaponry seems to be his specialty. And he goes, "Well, what kind of weaponry shall you buy this time? Or perhaps maybe your compatriots would like to purchase from me."
Ooh, well, as much as I'd like to say that I'm a returning customer, after all, these crossbows, I haven't tried them yet, but I can already tell that they're going to do great. We're actually here to ask a couple questions, if you're alright with that. I'm perfectly fine with paying for the time.
Well, it depends on what questions you ask.
Right, so, would you happen to know anything about strange robed figures, purple robes to be specific, and black masks.
Making a roll here. He says, masks, you say? Like, what kind of mask are we talking about, quite frankly?
Well, the only details that I've got so far is that it's black, and that the guy who wears it wears a purple robe.
Well, anyone could wear purple robes nowadays, unless there's something unique about such robes. But other than that, I haven't really heard of anything like that.
We believe they are a mage.
Mage of sorts. They were. We had a run-in with a few aberrations a handful of days ago, and they mentioned something about
Well, whatever they mentioned about this individual, this is clearly a mage of some sorts. Perhaps maybe from the schools, but I haven't seen any purple robes coming from either school.
Are you familiar with purple robes in general? Like, what do they
Oh,
signify?
mainly they signify, like, are you wearing purple robes, Sanctus, or no? Like in this picture? Or no?
Well, I have my breastplate on, so I think I would be using my robes as an underlay, so it might be like underlay, yeah.
But it's like a color purple or what have you?
Yeah.
Well, based on what you're wearing, then, my friend, you should know a lot bit more about purple robes. But usually royalty would wear it, or those of religious faith might propose wear it, perhaps.
Oh.
Judging from your friend here, seems like your friend's from God's Landing. It would make sense. Some of the people who are religious folk would wear such vestments, but nonetheless, I'm not too sure. It's really all that I could recall from such things. But enough about this discussion of this weird strain with his black robes. Could I introduce some weaponry from you or your friends here?
Can I try to pull him back in and like jingle a bag of coins and say, well, hold on. Can we rewind a couple sentences there?
As you jingle a bag of gold.
As I jingle a bag of gold, like 20 gold.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. That is going to be a 22.
A 22.
Yeah.
He goes.
Yeah.
He goes. Let me see that coinage you got there, boyo.
I'm gonna hand it over.
He hands it over. He looks inside, counts it all. He goes, "Well, as far as like purple robed individuals around this continent, it's best wise to speak with the religious folk. Perhaps speaking with Sacred could give you some religious insights, but as far as anything of that sort, this is the first time I've heard of it." As he pockets the 20 gold.
Well, excellent doing business with you again, sir.
Oh, of course, of course. And for the rest of you, could I interest you in so many range weaponry or other weaponry of the sorts?
What armor? I see you have some armor in here.
Well, I don't sell armor per se, I only sell weapons, but these armors are my security if there's some brigands coming in trying to steal my wares.
Sorry about that, sir. Oh, that's boring. I mean, what flintlocks do you have? What?
You kind of tell like he's giving like a half lazy look as far as these weapons. Go ahead and make an insight check for me, Momac.
Insight. 15.
You can tell that he is begrudgingly like gonna tell you information about these rifles, but you get a sense of like disdain towards the way he pronounces it. It's like he's like saying something that he doesn't like, and he's not really enthusiastic about saying it. He goes, "Well, for flintlocks, I do sell the pistol. I also sell this blunderbuss and what have you.
Anything about muskets?
Yes, I do sell regular muskets, but..." And he looks at the musket on your back. He says, "I think yours are better well equipped than the ones I have. I just have standard ones."
Alright, was there anything else you have?
Well, I do have these bows, and you can tell based on the same insight check that he's more enthusiastic about selling bows. He goes, "Well, I do have these nice long bows over here. I also have these short bows over here, and I do have a few. I think I have one more left of that crossbow similar to your friends that I sold yesterday. I'll even throw in some arrows for your troubles."
If these bows do more damage than my musket, I'm gonna cry. Because I'm not switching, okay? The musket stays.
All right. What else do you say after he gives you this information?
Nah, I'm good. I don't really use bows, unfortunately.
Fair enough. He's a bit disappointed. And he's like, and how about you, my fellow elf? Could I interest you in anything?
I don't really need any weapons, thank you.
Oh, very well. Well, if you guys were only here for information, well, I appreciate the business and thank you once again, Arik. But if you need any weaponry, including bows or weapons or what have you, feel free to come into my shop before sunset.
Cool. I
Can
suspect I'll be back.
I make a perception check on the suits of armor?
What are you trying to see exactly?
I want to see if they're like a type of golem or not.
Make a Arcana check in that case.
Okay.
Yeah.
19.
As Sanctus does a 360. Okay. What's your roll? I'm sorry.
19.
Now you're distracting me with this. With the 19, you get the feeling that these are more. You get the feeling these might be animated suits of armor. As far as how tough or not, you aren't too sure, but based on the high quality of the actual armor itself, you could tell that they could be pose a problem. I think. Yeah, that's
Can I
all.
look over them and say, do you happen to sell mechanical beings by chance?
Those are not for sale, unfortunately.
Where'd you get them? Did you make them?
I had a friend of a friend make them for me.
Would you be able to give me his contact information, his sending stone email? I don't.
He's quite secretive with his work for my friend of a friend. He doesn't really seek out anyone. You really have to go find him. And he moves around quite a lot.
Crap. Can I jingle a bag of gold coins if it worked once? It might work twice.
He says, unfortunately, coin is not, I can't really say such information. Coin is far less valuable in this case.
What a bummer.
Bummer indeed.
Indeed.
Alright, well, let's just go see this cleric. I think we've annoyed our friend Elijah here quite enough. With
Annoyed? I quite like Elijah, and I don't think he was annoyed by me at all.
Not by me.
Alright.
Not by me.
See him going back to his desk, sitting down, and doing more paperwork.
He seems a little too secretive for any good to be coming out of this, so...
Well, he's a businessman. I don't blame him.
Gotta keep the secrets. Alright. Anybody else need anything here?
Nope.
Cleric time. I would like to say now that, with that mention being clerics and religious people twice, I feel it's safe to rule out any kind of mages. Our culprit might be a mage, but my bets are on some sort of religious zealot.
That's what I had an inkling of. Do I think of, or can I think of any type of, like, religious sect that might have an influence on, like, generating Nothics, or, like, pulling, like, I guess, depending, like, what is my background, I guess, with my religious background? Do I know of any type of, like, religious beings that might have an influence in this?
Based on your religious background and your backstory, you know for a fact that. Well, let me refer to my notes here real quick. Could be important. As far as your background is concerned, the only like god that would resemble like either the purple color or what have you would be Rena, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom, with her symbol being an owl carrying a purple book while flying. But you know that she's mainly like a goddess that seeks knowledge rather than like doing anything else. So you are confident that you don't think divine matters are at play. But that's like the only purple color associated that you have with that, other than of course like your clothing being the common color for God's Landing, of course.
So they might have a better idea. Did we get their name? What
Yeah,
their first name was?
Sagrin.
Sagrin.
Sagrin, Sagrin.
Sagrin.
Sagren. Yeah, Sagrin.
Sagrin. All right.
Well, I would like to put in a word of warning though. If we're going to a cleric about asking for information about a possible religious figure, um, perhaps we should be a little secretive about what we say. Who knows? They might be working with them.
How do we want to approach that then? I mean, I have a bit of a connection being from God's name, but I don't know exactly. I'm a little bit more blunt with my approach than you would appreciate.
Well, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to pull off the root of all evil, the holy man, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm the best bet.
Who's got
I'm
that deception score?
what?
Perception?
Deception.
+5 here.
Persuasion, do you mean?
Deception with a D.
Oh,
Deception.
deception.
I have a +5.
-1. Good luck. Okay. I'm not all that charismatic.
You guys.
Mine's a +4.
You guys leave the shop, discussing about like how you're gonna plan out this talk, and you ask around to see like about like about this Sagrin, and you are kind of guided towards like the center of the mine, like the left side of the mine, where a lot of the local inhabitants point to you, and you eventually come to a temple of sorts, and you see a group of dwarves praying at a statue of what seems like to be a. One second. Seems like to be a divine statue of a man blacksmithing on an anvil, while a salamander is on his shoulder. Based on your religious background, Sanctus, you recognize this image, and this whole temple seems to be dedicated to Agni, the god of the forge and fire. And you see like his holy symbol, which is a flame which has a black anvil in it with a image of a orange salamander on top of the black anvil. You recognize that this god is basically a god for blacksmiths, tradesmen who create their craft and what have you. It would make sense for a city of artificers to worship a figure like this. You see like a group of miners, both male and female, praying before they eventually like leave and go work in the mines.
This is Agni God. So if you guys look here, and I relay some of that information that Scott gave me, and
Sure.
so I think our best bet is just to approach with a level head. Dwarves are generally, from my knowledge, pretty good people, but we can always figure that out as we get up there. And I think I might just like kind of take the lead and start just kind of like slowly walking up the steps and like looking at the steel watch.
Yep.
And
You do see like the steel watchers who are guarding this main entrance, along with some warforged throughout the temple, and more steel watchers at the actual temple shrine itself. They seem to let you pass.
I go up and I take a quick kneel before the shrine there, and I kind of start walking around looking. And is it like just like are there just like other people just kind of hanging
Yeah,
out
just
there?
talking, what have you. You do hear a conversation going on in Dwarvish on the other side of the shrine. And you do see, like, around the corner, you see, like, to be what would be a cleric of Agni, wearing black and orange and red robes.
Well, I think there's our man, Sagrin. Who wants to go talk to him?
Oh boy.
No, goes.
I'll go.
Yeah, no.
Okay. No.
I will go.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Well, what am I supposed to ask?
I'll go with you. Don't worry. I'll give you backup just in case.
Well,
I
what
won't.
am I supposed to ask?
We're gonna be talking about, I guess, the may,
Ask about religions around that have to do with purple. Purple religions.
or
Purple.
so
Purple religions.
when so with the do we know that the Nothics were aberrations?
um, they are a creature you do not recognize. I would say, as far as like aberrational creatures, I would say it would be abnormal to see such a creature like that.
But do we know as their nature that do we know them as like aberrations, or do we know anything?
I would
Well,
say.
remember
Go,
they were changed wizards? I don't know if that helps at all. But
That does help.
yeah, they were like evil transformed wizards. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I
uh,
mean we could run into it as saying like we ran into these creatures that we hadn't seen before. We had to hunt them down, not even lead into that, not be sure of how that happens, and see if we
I
can offer any information.
I still have an eye from a Nothic if you want to borrow it for something.
No, I don't think we actually need that. But
I don't know.
if they know anything about it, they might consider it okay. Why don't we just go say hi and see what comes out of it?
Good luck.
Alrighty. So
Have
Sora
fun.
and Sanctus, you walk around. You hear a conversation ending indoors with these two going inside the temple itself, and this dwarven figure um, turns around and sees you and Asimar saying, "Oh well, blessed Agni on this day, a godling here in the Artificer Sanctum. Greetings. I am Sagrin, a cleric of Agni. How may I be of assistance to you?"
Well, met Sagan, I'm Sanctus.
Oh, it's
I
nice
am
to
Volunteers.
Sword.
meet. It's nice to meet you, Sanctus. Nice to meet you, Sor. What brings a godling from here to here?
Well, we've been searching around, and Sora can attest to this. We've been traveling down from Flagstaff, and we ran into some troubles, and we cleared out a mine and did some work for some people. So this was our kind of our next stop, and getting curious about the things that we ran into. I figured someone directed us your way, and figured you might have a little bit more information.
Hmm. If it's information you want, perhaps I could provide it. What information do you seek?
And I look over at Sora.
We are looking for perhaps knowledge or information about religions with purple vestments.
Well, I
We
do.
are also looking for knowledge about these Gothic creatures that we found, and that
Nothics.
maybe this purple wearing mage of sorts, why they would have created them or who they might be.
Well, slow down, friend. It seems like your words are disheveled a bit. So, if I were based on what you told me, you're saying a mage wearing purple robes created these things called Nothics.
Yes.
What do they look like exactly? These Nothic things.
Uh, they are. Were they slimy? They were kind of smooth. They
They
have big
One
green glowing eyes.
one.
Well, one.
long claws. They spoke with their minds, I believe.
This is some strange magic or creatures. I have never heard of something like this before. As far as that religious thing, the only religious thing that I would tie to the color purple would be Rena, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. But I know that her practices teach us to seek knowledge and to seek wisdom. There might be some folks that might seek both good and bad, depending on how her will is interpreted or how her religion's interpreted. But as far as ill will and the like, I have never heard of such things.
Do you mind if I create an image for you of these Nothics so you can understand them a little bit better? And I prestidigitate like an image, a small image of it says I can do an illusory image that can fit my hand. So I kind of hold my hand up
Of
and
course.
like a picture of an Nothic.
Yeah, so you are able to create an illusory of Nothic in small hand size. It goes, those are some strange things. I've never seen a creature like this. This seems to be odd. But if you say this mage could create such things, I know that a cleric would not be able to. Most of the time, they would be able to, well, a powerful cleric. I'm not at that level of powerfulness yet, such as the high clerics of God's Landing. But I know a high cleric could perhaps call a celestial being if their will was powerful enough, but not a creature like this. So this has nothing to do with religion whatsoever. Perhaps maybe some mage that could have found some dark arts or what have you, or perhaps this person perhaps interpreted Rena's will wrong. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely not affiliated with religion based on these types of creatures.
That's great information to know. Thank you.
Of course, of course.
Do we? Is there a temple to Rena around here, or is that just more of a local or?
Well, temples such as these, and he gestures to his entire temple, temples like these are only built if majority of the populace worships one particular thing. The people of the artificial sanctums are builders, craftsmen, and the like, so it makes sense that a temple of Agni would be created in their place. The only other temples that I might know would be the, as I refer to my notes, one moment, please.
5 years later.
Don't worry, we'll get to you in a sec. The only other church I am aware of is the Church of Irene in Flagstaff City. I know that church was built to try to quell the rivalry between the wizarding schools. Um, Other than that, I don't really know much about Stockton City in the south. That's more of a newer city that's being built. It's not really a religious focus down there. And as far as other shrines nearby, the only thing would be perhaps the High Church of the Gods over at God's Landing would be the only one, because that church worships all of the gods there. But as far as temples like this dedicated to Arena, it's non-existent around these parts. Best of my knowledge, of course.
That's good information.
Yes. Is there anything troubling you that we might be able to help you with around town, or seeing that you've done such a good favor, is there anything we can help you with?
There is no need for ask for repayment and debt, of course. There's no troubles here brewing about. The only thing is like people are just constantly mining. People are getting hurt. People come here pray to Agni to bless them on their creations or newer creations. But other than that sort, nothing too. There are no problematic issues here in the sanctum, luckily.
Well, if there's anything we can do, if you think of anything, we're going to be in town for probably for the rest of the day, if not maybe another day. We're staying at the inn in town. I don't remember exactly the name of the inn.
The Doghouse Tavern, I'm aware of it.
Yes, so we're staying there. If you need anything from us, you can just reach us there or leave a message with Keel.
Of course, of course. If there's anything that I think would be interesting, or if I find any new information of what we discuss, I'll bring it to you happily. But until then, if I don't see you again, safe travelers, adventurers, and may Agni bless you on this day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And then before he walks away, he's like, you know what? Perhaps you could tell me one thing, my friend Sanctus. You are clearly a godling. From what god do you hail from? Or perhaps maybe the better question is, what god do you pray to? Clearly you're from God's Landing.
Well, actually, let me pull up my backstory. I believe we had it there. Funny thing is, so we said it. Well, not. It wasn't torn. That was the.
It was
That was. Oh gosh.
it was whoever.
I had it
What god?
the,
I think it's the god of order, right?
yeah, so God of Order.
That would be Micah, the god of justice and
Okay.
order.
Yes. Yes. Um. So I grew up in God's Landing. My family heavily followed word of Micah?
Interesting. Well, I do hope that Micah blesses you and your family. Safe travels, adventurers. May the gods be in your favor.
Thank you.
Bless you. Yes, thank you very much.
Then he goes back inside his temple. While all that's going on, what do the rest of you do? As you see Sanctus and Sora talking to the man on the other side of this shrine, what do you three do?
There doesn't happen to be a fountain around the statue, does there?
There is no fountain, unfortunately.
I was about to say, listen, man, I'm a
Can
thief too, but calm down.
Can I roll perception on the statue, see if there's anything special about it?
You do not need to make a roll. You recognize that this is Acme, the god of the forge and the fire, and you think that the statue, first off, is incredible. It's like truly remarkable, dwarven craft at its finest. And you do know that most of these artificers, their religious side, would most likely pray to Acme for their creations and what have you.
Well, I'm not religious, so
It's all good.
I don't care about this fucker.
Well,
So-
Momac, you might as well pray. You might get a better idea than a dog made out of sporks.
Dude, all right. I make an unarmed attack.
Towards who?
Oh Jesus! All right. How do I give like offer? All right. I'll go up and like, kind of like half-heartedly, like kids don't always close their eyes when they're praying and stuff.
Sure.
I half-heartedly pray and I'll put one copper coin on it. Because
Okay.
I'm a cheap bitch.
All right. What is your prayer exactly?
Help me forge good things. I don't know.
Go ahead and make a religious check with disadvantage, please.
I don't know how I have a +3 in religion, but hey, I'll take it.
All right. So this is a disadvantage.
18 and 12.
Okay. With the
Better than I thought it would have been.
you yourself are not a religious fan, so you pray expecting something to happen, but you don't get a sense nothing's happening. You're like, this is a waste of my time.
All right. Exactly like you thought it was gonna be. Well, I stand up, turn around, go pat Forkage on the head, and say to him, just as I thought, useless images in your mind.
Alrighty.
Not to get into a fight with.
All right. What do you guys do now?
So, what's the plan? What you guys learn?
Gods don't exist.
Besides that,
We didn't have a whole lot of information aside from that. It doesn't sound like it's religion or it's a cleric or a religious person.
We
Okay,
could go
that's
back to
fine.
Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all the way to
That's the
Flagstaff.
thing that we need to do.
Yeah, I think
Dang.
because that's where all the. If this is a mage, we're gonna find more information from other mages that might have an idea of how this happens. Maybe there's a few rooms around there.
Sora, at this point, you get a sending stone message back, and your sending stone is ringing in your pocket.
I check on it.
All right. It's Sama on the other side. She says, "Hey, sir. Sorry, I've been busy teaching, of course. As far as mages wearing purple, there are rumors about the incident with the kids, and then it gets cut out because sending is only 25 words, and then you get a second one saying, "Sorry, the sending stone cut me out, but I believe there's some rumors nearby Flagstaff City of such figure. Perhaps you should check it out."
Sounds good. Thank you.
The Flagstaff
You can
again.
check out that church
And,
too.
and then to Everett School of Magic and Wizardry.
Please no All right. Please no Crimson Knights again. Please no Crimson Knights again.
Alrighty.
I don't,
So,
well, I don't have a
We're gonna
bounty
go
on it.
see if we can get some horses or something to make this trek a little bit quicker for us. Or
Yeah, we might as well buy a cart. I have enough money for it.
yeah, I've got some money too. Let's go see if
I got a 800 left. Tyler, I was wondering if I can find a place with materials to upgrade my armor, perhaps.
You're able to find like around the builder section, like people who could build materials and stuff like that. Which type of materials are you looking for?
Anything that would help me get like a +2, I guess, to armor.
Okay. +2 armor.
Well, I don't. I'm not super proficient in this game. Okay.
It's all good. We'll go over it during break. How about that?
Perfect.
All right. But you guys are staying in town for a bit before going to Flagstaff City, or are you just going straight there after buying horses?
I mean, it's still pretty early in the day, right? We just went.
So like closer. It's like we're getting to the afternoon. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. You think it'll probably by horse? It'll probably take like a day and a half to get there, because you gotta track through mountains and what have you. But after the mountains, it should be an easy breeze.
I mean, we haven't actually done any celebration about the money that we got. Might as well spend the day partying.
I have dwarven ale. I have
Dwarven ale,
dwarven ale,
you say?
guys. Oh yeah, I forgot. You wanted some of this, huh? You know what?
Oh, did my
Hey, can I just hand him a full bottle and say, "Here, try this. Just drink it." Just hand him a whole bottle. Chug.
I don't
Let's
know
get
about
to the
that.
tavern
We're-
first.
yeah, we're kind of in a religious area.
All right.
We should not be doing this here.
Alrighty. So
It is very strange.
gotcha.
More
So
beer here.
So for the sake of expediency, we're just gonna fast forward here a bit. You guys spend the majority of the day celebrating your newfound wealth. Some of you guys get drunk off the dwarven ale. You guys eat plentiful food, and in doing so, you guys all feel inspired by this accomplishment. So all of you gain inspiration.
Ooh.
The next day occurs, and you guys decide to try to go back to Flagstaff City in hopes of trying to find more information about this mage feller. You guys are able to find some horses. Now, I'm assuming you guys would like riding horses, correct?
Sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
do we want to get like a couple, like a cart? Like, which is it about the same like pace if everybody gets a riding horse?
If everyone gets a riding horse, it'll take you a day and a half. If you guys get a cart, it'll probably take you longer because you got to carry a bunch of shit.
Let's get riding horses.
Alright, let me tell you the cost for that real quick. One moment, please. But you guys are able to purchase the horses, and you guys make your track there. Obviously, it'll take you a day and a half just to get back to Flagstaff City. And in doing so, you guys pull up your instant fortress. As you go in, it's very cozy. If you'd like to describe what it looks like, well, that makes sense. You bought it.
I forgot that we got that.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just like a mess. There's like it looks like a hurricane came through. There's like pages on the floor. Everything's got a layer of dust on it because it's the first time we've been in here. We haven't cleaned it out yet.
Lovely.
There's some old couch with like the patches on it. Yeah, it's just torn apart. It looks like it. No, it's just one big square. There's no room. It looks like Forkatron got to the place though, before we did. So.
Yeah. So if each of you would like a riding horse, it will cost you 80 gold pieces.
Each?
Yeah, and it comes with supplies to take care of and food for the horses and what have you.
So how long do the supplies last?
They should last you enough to get to town, we'll say.
Do I have to like maintain this fucking horse?
I
Yeah.
will maintain this.
But there's also places. There's
No,
also,
no.
Womack's going to eat his.
Yeah,
That's
but-
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, dude. This is dinner one night. Okay?
but there are places there's a place in the city where you guys could drop off your horses, and obviously there's like a gold fee, and it's like
I
a
don't
gold
wanna-
per
I don't-
day. So,
I don't want to pay for a horse daycare. Are you kidding me?
well, well, this is just for you to take care of your horse while you guys do your business. So,
Yeah,
Wait.
Micah, bless you. I will pay for your stupid horse.
No, I removed the money.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
So yeah.
Why don't
Oh.
you ride your dog? How about that?
Dude, I just looked at that. I have to lose 55 pounds to ride this horse. Dude.
Yeah, but you guys are able to purchase your riding horses, and you guys are able to get to Flagstaff City within a day and a half. It is close to sunset. as you get to the city. And let me just pull up the city map real quick.
Wow, we didn't get jumped while riding? Holy shit.
Nope.
Right.
I mean, like, as you guys ride, like, people are not going to pay attention to you most often because they just see you as early travelers. And obviously, in your tower, not a lot of people are going to fuck with you in the tower. So, you guys are able to make it back to Flagstaff City. It's close to sunset. What do you guys do? As you drop off your staples, the staples say, hey, it's a gold piece per day to keep your horses supplied and well fed while you guys are in the city, of course.
I'm gonna go to Humphrey's Apothecary. Again, I might have an idea what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I
Uh,
think I might hit up the Church of Irene while we're here too. Just
I want to go to the town center and check the fountain.
Oh, you bitch! No, I forgot! I forgot!
yes,
too.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you guys want to go to the church, and then the center, and then apothecary, I presume.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the Church of Irene, which you guys have yet to enter. So 1 second.
Yeah.
So as you guys enter to the Church of Irene, you see the holy symbol of Irene. Sanctus, basically your background, you recognize this, the holy symbol of the Church of Irene of a dove holding an olive branch, which represents peace. And based on the information Sagrin told you, you get the feeling that, again, this is probably created to try to quell the wizards' rivalry of the wizard schools. And as you guys all enter, you see that that seems like to be the cleric of this establishment, speaking to what seems like to be a couple common folk, and try to quell an argument. And you hear, like, as it echoes through the church, says, "So you agreed to pay us due and to not rip them off again?" Yes, 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 of course. Very well. In that case, sorry, I'm referring to my notes a lot here, folks. In that case, may Irene quell these troubles. And then after she goes, well, if you excuse me. Oh, well, you guys could be on your way then in that case. In this case, you see the merchant begrudgingly yell under his breath like, "God damn it! I wish I didn't have to pay him and shit." And so as he walks away and leaves, as these two exit out and settle dispute, she goes, and she turns to you, Sanctus, and sees a gospel. She goes, "Oh, a godling in the temple of Irene, nonetheless. Well, welcome in. How may I assist you?"
Oh, hello, sister. What? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. My name is Sanctus, and you are.
1 second, I'm referring to my notes. It's gotta be the name of the episode. Refer to notes. My name is Naomi, the cleric of Irene. It's interesting to see a godling amongst these parts.
Just doing Micah's work. Well, I hate to jump into conversation here, but we've been all over this continent for the most part over the last few days, and we're chasing down some leads, and we didn't get much help in the last place we were, and I was hoping you might have a little bit more information. We've been searching for a man that wears purple robes with a black mask. Seems to we ran into some aberrations a handful of days ago, and I guess he's causing some trouble. Do you happen to know anything about a man like that? Do you know of any rumors around town about him?
Well, I do have. In fact, there was about earlier today a man wearing some sort of silvery mask, like saying some weird stuff, but no one really paid attention to him that often. I saw him somewhere in the town square. Last of his things really saying the end of days is coming, that type of thing, but most of it seems like to me when I took a look at him, it's just some crazy individual, but I don't know, but it seems harmless to me.
Doesn't sound very harmless.
No, and to be frank, you see myself. I have a patron that supports me,
Clearly, darling.
and I received a message from them when I first got into town about being prepared and needing to kind of bolster my power and kind of figure out what's going me out, and I think this guy, this being two men wearing masks, causing some sort of issue in town and around town and in this area, might be connected. And this kind of confirms it for me. Well, do you know anything? Did anybody see this man or interact with him? Did the guards get involved?
Well, the guards were keeping an eye on him just in case if he's a bit loony. But you know what? Let's go over there and see what this man is all about. If what you say is true, I think I need to take a closer look. Let's go over to the town square and see what's going on over there.
That'd be great. Thank you. We'll head that way with it.
Alrighty.
And what was her name again? I'm sorry.
Naomi.
Naomi. An A.
Naomi, yes.
Yep.
Alright. As you guys get to the town square, you start to see people running in the opposite direction as you guys are heading to. And as you do, Naomi's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong, children? What's going on?" He goes, "That's the man in the mask. Like he's losing. He lost it. The guards surrounded him, and he attacked the guards and what have you." He goes, "Quote." You see like a bunch of people panicking. Naomi then sees, "Please handle this. I must control this crowd. To the church, people. To the church for your safety, please." And she says, "Please investigate what's going on over in the square. These people are running about. See what's going on over there."
I think we're gonna head there.
Alright, and she kind of like says and speaks out, Come everyone, to the Church of Irene for your protection until this issue is quelled, come!" And she's basically going to lead the majority of the crowd back into town. As you get to the town center, you see a grim sight as the sun begins to set. And what you see is the man that you've been seeing. It seems like to be an individual wearing purple robes, and you see a bunch of dead guards that circled all around him as you guys approach the town center.
Cool.
And you kind of hear in this distance this weird, it's a weird sickly voice, and it's weird, and it's also muffled due to the silver mask he's wearing. And he says, "My children, you are deformed. I shall bring your life anew in my eyes." And he turns to see you all and says, "Your forms, they insult the eyes to me." And he levitates like towards your guys' general direction. What do you guys do?
I just kids are laughing.
Yeah. Are there any places to hide?
No. What you see is the town square.
Oh my god, this place sucks, bro!
Did you say our forms offend you?
Yes. Your forms are not of that I see fit, children. For I see what truly lies beyond this world. A bunch of lies. A bunch of miserable lies. You see, we have the power to make our own reality, to become even higher than gods themselves. For I am the creator, and I create things thoughts impossible. Yes. Observe, children. And he gestures towards the water. And as he gestures towards the water takes form. And as he does so, like a large body, like just is created amidst the water. And
Right?
as it does, it forms like a water elemental coming out of it.
Can I use my gem of seeing? By the way, just make sure I'm not missing anything.
Like, what are you looking at?
It just gives me true sight in general.
Alright,
For 10
so
minutes.
it's weird. When you try to look at the creature, like the creature is completely made out of magical form. You think like a conjure elemental spell is being created. Not only that, but as you look at the man, you just try to see the face of the individual, but weirdly enough, you can't really detect anything in front of the face. You're like, the fuck? This is impossible. This is a gem of true seeing. But you see like the rest of his form having a lot of magical trinkets, boots, gloves, amulets. The robe itself seems to be magical in nature, and you see like a bunch of like a scarred body underneath all of that. But weirdly enough, you can't see the face.
So he's not an undead. He is flesh.
He is flesh, you think. Oh, this is meant to be bigger, by the way. So, yeah. He goes, I create things thought impossible, for I have given form to water. Now observe as these children, whose forms I deemed irredeemable, are created amongst myself. He turns around, spreads his hands, and casts a high-level version of Enemy Dead, and creates what seems like to be 3 zombies in place. And here are some guard zombie tokens. And he goes, see, children, for we sought impossibility. I have the power of the gods to create such things. Will you join me in this new age?
I only see you.
There are many of us who shall soon ascend to godhood. Many players at work. I am just thinking long term. In due time, I shall rise above and I shall ascend. The gods, their time is over. It is time for new gods to take their place.
That is straight blasphemy. Give me 1 second, and I just like turn around and walk over to the group. What are we doing, guys? I don't know. It doesn't seem like this is.
Such choices do not require time. I demand an answer now.
So he's
Move on.
floating, right?
He's clearly levitating, like his feet aren't touching the ground.
So Grease wouldn't work.
You don't think so, no?
I'm sorry. You're demanding an answer out of us right now.
Yes, children. I need to know whether you will aid in my just cause for ascension, or whether you are opposition of me. And if you are opposition of me, then you do not deserve to walk on the ground that you
So-
stand.
Whilst he's talking, can I use my all-purpose tool to gain the the cantrip True Strike to get an idea of what his defenses are? 'Cause it says it takes an action to do so, so 6 seconds, and then just cast it.
Do I have to make any save or anything, or is it just you know?
No. It just I just have to point to him. He's within 30 feet.
Yep.
So I just get like on my next attack, I gain advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get an insight into his defenses.
It is very hard to find his defenses. He is clearly someone who is very capable, that is full of magic, not only in weaponry and trinkets, but also just ability. You think just based off of True Strike, and he sees you like using it to cast a spell upon him, and he says, "Very well. If they do not join me, then I shall form your bodies into something worth of matter." And he then does an incantation, and a large wave appears from him around this area, and ever slowly, you start to randomly see these bodies just levitate on its own. And then, since you guys are not in nearby any structures, all of a sudden you start to lift off unwillingly, and you're starting to slowly float above as he casted a 8th level spell, Reverse Gravity. And at that point, we will go on break, and I'll ask you guys to roll initiative when we come back.
No!
I've
So,
got it, boys.
8th level.
yep.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
we'll
we're
be
dead.
back. We'll be back in
All right.
1 second. So
Where's the
stay tuned.
wish? Where's the wish?
No.
welcome back. So, players, roll initiative for me, please.
I got an 18.
Nice.
19.
Nice.
15.
15.
12.
12. You got 16, you said, Eric?
18.
18. Alright, between you and Momac, who would like to go first?
Whatever, just roll. Decide again. Do another one between us two.
We go dexterity v dexterity.
No, you
Whichever you guys prefer, I don't care. So
Just do a d20. Do a d20 here, brother.
Hey,
Oh, full natty. Full natty. I got an 11.
oh, dang it.
Yes!
alright, so Momac
Aha.
gets to go first. Alrighty. Alright.
Alright.
Alrighty, so let me explain the situation for you. Go first off for True Strike, because I forgot. So you for True Strike can see weaknesses. You think that him being a mage, you get the feeling that he doesn't have like a crazy ton of hit points. So you think a couple of well-placed shots could place him. So that's what you get from True Strike, and you do get advantage on your next attack.
Yep.
So, but first, Darhana. At this point, everyone's 10 feet above the ground as like he was speaking and I was describing. You see like, you know, mundane like rocks nearby starting to float all around you too as you guys are continuously going up. But what would you like to do, Darhana? You're the first to act.
So this is an act of menace. Is this correct?
Yes, you think he is doing this with malintent after the True Strike spell was cast upon him.
Alright. Well, first off, I would like to cast Wall of Thorns to protect all of us.
Okay.
And
How big is this wall?
Let me check my.
Spale.
This wall is going to be 50 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick.
Cool. So I'll draw a line here. You can move it wherever way you want it. So you, with the play of your harp, create this 10-foot wall that is currently covering you guys at this point. Wait, that's only 30 feet? Hold on. Let me adjust it. Let me make it longer a bit here. There we go. And then where would you like to be? Where would you like for it to be placed?
That is good right there.
Okay. Cool. So you cast this as you play your magical harp.
Adventure time! Come on, grab your friends. Stay away from all my buddies. We don't like you. You're a bitch.
Alrighty. You say this. Would you like to inspire anyone, or are you good for the turn? You cannot move because you're in reverse gravity currently.
Yeah, I guess I'll inspire someone.
Sure. Who would you like to inspire?
Who wants to be inspired? I don't know who to choose.
Momac or Elric?
Do Elric.
Okay. Elric, my man. You got this.
Yeah, I totally think so.
Alrighty. Is that gonna be it?
Yep.
Alrighty. You do so, and this man in the mat, the creator, then says, "Foolish child, your playful songs will not save you from my wrath." And he'll spend a legendary action to move a full 30 feet. And then he'll just levitate all the way over here. So it's where he has clear line of sight against you all.
Yeah.
You see levitating from around the corner as you're lifting up, the mage appearing right before you as he says this. What would you like to do, Momac? You do have advantage on your attack.
I move to shoot the bitch.
Alrighty, make your attack roll with advantage.
27.
27, huh? One moment, please. I might do something here on reaction.
What? Oh no.
Roll the damage for me because you'll hit, but I need to know how much damage you deal. That'll determine my next course of action.
9.
9? Alright, so you shoot him And let me just roll for this here, real quick. Oh no.
I don't wait. Shit, when did I use True Sight? When did I use True Sight? Is that still going?
Well, you use True Sight the moment you appear before him.
Okay. Is it so?
Alright, so I gotta roll a d10 here.
If anything happens with that, just let me know.
Alright, 1 second. You said you rolled 9 damage?
Yes.
Alrighty. You shoot, and then you just see him catch this bullet as a reaction. He goes, "Foolish child, your ranged weapons will not save you on this day." And he just catches your bullet and lets it drop to the ground. So he'll take no damage due to his gloves of missile snaring.
Great.
That's dumb. Did that gunshot by chance push me back out at all? Like a fart in space?
Yep.
Oh.
Move you slightly back.
What can I use? I don't even know if there's any I can use a bonus action for. Bonus action. Forkatron, push. Who goes next? Try to kick Elric to like push him out.
All right. He does so.
Oh.
What's his strength score?
14 with a +2.
All right. So I say you could get to like a little bit past Arhana with the kick.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! You're a little closer.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Alright, the creator then turns and says, "My creature, join these children and bless them and baptize them in your waters." And he'll command his creature to go up, and then he'll join up, and he's right under you. So, Elric, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Alright. Can I, as my bonus action, use my quick hands and attach a grappling hook to 50 foot of hempen rope?
Okay, so you could do that as like an item interaction. I'll allow it.
Oh, okay, awesome. And Darhana, what if I touch that wall? Am I damaged, or what's the specifications?
Basically, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 78 piercing damage, or half as much damage on a successful save.
Okay. So I
A
cannot
creature can
climb
move
up
through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement.
Good lord. Okay. Let's do my original plan then. I was thinking of climbing up that wall, but seems bad. Can I use this grappling hook and throw it at the ground and try to hook onto some sort of spacing in between these stones?
Sure, go ahead and make a... This would be basically like an attack with a thrown weapon. Let me just see the reverse gravity spell here, folks. Oh, good to know. It's not a concentration spell.
Not good to know.
Yeah, definitely not good to know.
I would say because this would basically be an impromptu weapon. So go ahead and just make a dexterity check with disadvantage because gravity.
Right. Oop. A 12.
You try to grapple it, you try to toss your grapple, but as it's about to reach the wall, it just goes up due to the spell itself. You're like, uh-oh, so you might be going for a ride.
Okay.
Right.
Would that have used a full action, or?
I would say that would take an action for sure.
Okay, let's. No. Oh my god, there's just a water elemental with us. That's
Yep,
fun.
it's right. It's crawling. It's slowly going up towards you guys. So.
God. I got this. I got a lot of things.
That's rough,
Oh
bro.
well. Yeah, it is rough. That is rough. Have nothing. Yeah. I guess that's it. That's all I can
Alrighty.
do here.
I will use my last legendary action to cast a cantrip. And he will cast. What level is this spellcaster be? Okay, good to know. So you see, he says, the creator looks towards you, Darhana. He says, "My child, you have grown nothing but a wall of thorns. Perhaps you should be punished for such wicked ways, for only I can create things. Bugs from the wall bites your creator and avenge in my name." And you see a lot of bugs coming out from the
Oh.
wall and approaching you, Darhana, as he's gonna cast the infestation cantrip. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
How could you?
Cause I'm evil. I have to do it. So
Concentration, where's that? It's in my skills, right?
Constitution saving throw. It's in your saving throws.
Oh, Constitution.
Yep.
Oh, no!
What's your roll?
A 4?
That you will not save, unfortunately. I rolled low on damage, so I have to roll. I rolled 3d6 to kind of give you a hint of how powerful he is. You only take 8 points of poison damage, and I need you to roll a d4.
Okay. Five. Wait, that's a 6. Sorry.
It's a d4. So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. Facing your major boss
I got
here.
a 4.
Okay, so the bugs will move you in a random direction. It'll move you closer to the wall. And that's all. So, Sor, you're up. What would you like to do? You see Darhana being carried away towards the wall. You see Elric seems like he's going to be floating up here quite a bit. And there's a water elemental creeping beneath you. What would you like to do?
I would like to fly underneath Sanctus
Okay,
with
so
my flying speed.
gotcha. So based on your flying speed, since you are able to fly, I would say reverse gravity is going to be considered difficult terrain for you. But getting
So I
under
only
Sanctus
move
should be...
5.
Yep. So no problem. And now you're like face to face with this water elemental.
And I'm going to Thunderwave it.
Alright. I must make a... Let's save.
Con save.
I always forget the Thunder Wave. Oh, my blue dice fell. I'll just use this one. Con save, you said?
Yep.
I shall succeed with a 23.
Yep.
But I still take damage. And this is thunder damage?
Yes, thunder damage.
Okay.
That would be 6 damage.
Alright. That's already halved or total?
That's half.
Alrighty. So, you take 6 damage. You blow it back away, but it still keeps its watery form around it.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
That is my turn.
Alright, it's the creator's turn now. He gains all of his legendary actions back. And as his turn takes place, you guys go up another 10 feet. So at this point, you're over the wall of thorns. And this water elemental is still underneath you. So you guys are now currently at 20 feet. And
Oh,
the creator will... see here as I look at his massive spell sheet. He says, "Children, you shall bleed from me. Come, let the swords of my I'm trying to think of dialogue on the spot here, guys. My swords shall be the sting that you will remember." And he will create a cloud of daggers spell right above you guys. So I need... well, let me look up the spell, because I think it's weird. Cloud of Daggers. It's a spell. cloud or dagger spell. He will cast it at. He'll cast it at 3rd level, and it is. Oh, it's not concentration. Interesting. Good to know. Um, so you just see a bunch of daggers are like positioned in a way where they're gonna like go down on you guys, and it seems like to be 5 feet right above you. So you think if you guys go up more, it's gonna be an issue, and he will position himself in the way where he can basically. Well, let me see the movement wise here. Oh, yeah, that's too far. So he will then go over here where he'll be half cover from the wall from you guys currently. So he'll be over here, and it says, "Come, children, come. You will soon join them." As he points towards your guys' general direction. But it's your turn, Sanctus. You are hovering in the air. You are 20 feet above the ground, and there's daggers right above you. What would you like to do?
You will see 2 golden wings pop out of his back as he uses his what is this called? One of his racial things where he grows wings, and he is going to select that. So he is now flying. So seeing that he is, how far away is
How far away is what?
the guy, the with our height in the air, would I be able to get to him?
What's your movement? What's your flying speed?
Flying speed is the same as my movement speed, so 30 feet.
So your movement speed's cut in half due to anti-gravity. So you can move 15 feet, but if you spend an action to dash, you could get up to him. And then you would be above the wall of thorns, so you wouldn't suffer the effects from it. But if you spend your turn getting to him, you could probably get to him within the turn.
Alright.
But it's gonna cost you your action though.
Right. I'm going to just kind of flank around this water elemental.
Yep. Oh, and he is.
Complete opposite of Joseph.
Yes.
And I am going to pull out my new long sword and cast booming blast.
All right. I have to make a save, or is it just an attack roll for you?
So it just adds on to. So natural 20.
Hey, look at that! So you get max damage possible from the spell, and then if any melee dice is involved, you roll damage dice. So
Right. So it's 1d8, and it also gets a d6 of lightning damage. Did that
oof.
get maxed out as well?
Yep.
Okay. Do I roll the d6 as well, or do I just do the weapon damage?
Just the weapon damage.
Okay.
And he'll take double lightning damage because he is a creature of water.
All right. That. Goodness gracious, I gotta put this flat. That's 6 plus 8 plus. So that's 16 damage, 2d4 radiant.
Okay.
Sorry. 8. I rolled 6, so that's 8 plus 14. Sorry, math.
Hard math. Hard math.
So with a d6 doubled, so that's 12, 20, 26, 36 damage.
Whoo! You smack him with your smite, and as it does, electricity runs through it, coursing its veins, doing significant damage to the creature.
Nice. And then I'm going to just kind of, I use what, 5? Was that 5, 10, 15, 30? Okay, so I'm all the way around him. Okay. Stay right there.
Alrighty. Cool beans. Let me see if I'm gonna do anything with the creator here. Because he will respond for you hurting his creature with malice. See here. Um, Give me 1 second. He has a vast array of stuff. Um,
Hey, guys, I'm gonna leave for a sec.
okay.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone, but you know how to use my character, right?
So, yep, it's all good.
Okay. I'm
Yep.
back soon.
He will cast Shatter upon you, Cyctus. He goes, "How dare you inflict my creation? Your ears will be ringing so much so that you will be deafened, and I need you to make." He'll spend 2 legendary actions to do that. I need you to make a save. Um, One moment. I need you to make a. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Rats. Okay. Oh, that's an 8.
Oof. You are gonna fail, unfortunately, and he will do it at 4th level.
Oof.
So that is 5d8s worth of damage here.
Yeesh.
As he does this, a lot of popping noise happen all around you, and as you do, you just hear a large ring in your ears, and you guys actually see Sanctus's ears bleeding. I did roll high on my damage dice, unfortunately. You take 31 points of thunder damage.
Oof. Okay.
You're good?
Oh, I'm still up.
just barely.
How much health you got?
Bleeding from the ears would be correct.
Yes, indeed. But that will be it for the creator's turn. Now it's the bad guys. So let me just adjust. I gotta adjust a couple things. I remove Sore from the equation for the bit. He might return. He may not. But we shall move on as if he is here. Alrighty. So let's do the water elemental. He cannot move, but his attack range is big. So I shall do a multi-attack against you, Sanctus, since you heard it. So I'll do a multi-attack against you. So I'll make 2 slam attacks. So let me just roll my d20 here. The first attack is an 18 to hit.
Nope.
The second attack is a 24, which will hit.
Yes.
You will take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Excuse me, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. That's it.
Alright, I'm down.
Oof. Alright, you're down and you're just hovering in midair. As you see this water elemental knock out Sanctus. He is unconscious. Then he says, now he turns to his zombie and says, "Go, my children, do what it needs to be done." And then he will spend a legendary action going this way while these zombie guards go up to the gates, and they move slow so they can only get that far. It is now top of the initiative. Darhana, you're up. There were bugs around you, but they seem to disperse at the moment. What would you like to do?
There were what?
There were bugs all around you biting you a bit, but now they seem to have dispersed, indicating that they were just magical bugs. But you see the creator moving over to some corpses. Seemed like he's going to do some stuff to it. And you see a bunch of zombies going towards this main building area. But you're still floating in air. What would you like to do?
I would like to. So you said moving is an action, right?
Well, you cannot move in this instance because of reverse gravity.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use my action to pull up my cloak of Elvenkind.
Okay. And
Which
what does that do again?
I believe requires a stealth check. Let me double check.
It's all good.
What it does is it makes while you wear this cloak with its hood up, wisdom perception checks seem to made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide.
All
Is
right.
the cloak's colors just to camouflage you? Camouflage you? Pulling the hood up or down
So,
requires an action.
so I will say that using the cloak, because you know what the cloak does, you know that the cloak would not be advantageous at this point in time because you're floating in the air, and you
Oh,
don't, and there's not really like anything to camouflage around you as you are hovering in the air. But you think that using your cloak in this manner would not assist you at this time.
oh, really?
Yep, because you're in the air. Now, if you were on the ground, we'd be having a different conversation.
Okay.
So what else would you like to do? But you don't use your action though, so you think, okay, I have this cloak. It's probably not going to help me right now.
You think you can get Sanctus up at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do
Probably
see
help
Sanctus go
Sanctus.
down, and he is like unconscious and is floating like a rag doll.
I have 5th level cure wound.
You do have to go near him though, because it is a touch spell.
Oh, so I can't move.
You can't move because of reverse gravity.
Oh,
Hmm. How
okay.
long does this last?
A very long time.
Wait, we're looking at the spell right now. It says concentration up to a minute.
Does it? Hold on. Let me take a
Yeah.
look. Hmm.
Hold on, what did they? Oh, oh no. 7th level transmutation, reverse gravity.
One sec. But what would you like to do, Dorhana, when I look this up?
I would like to cast level 2 Bane on.
Oh, it is concentration. Whoops. So 10 rounds.
Doesn't really help our situation.
Well, that concentration means he wouldn't have been able to do the blade storm too, right?
All right, that is true. So we'll say, um,
And he
because
wouldn't have
he is a
been able
smart
to.
character, so I will say, oh, hello. We got a guest, Yadel, former producer. But
Yo!
yo, what up? We're in the middle of the game right now.
Oh shit, my bad. I did.
All right. So I'll say because he is an intelligent character, I will say he will just not go about that of the cloak of dagger. So you don't have another looming threat above you. So.
Was the shocking damage against the water elemental? The shocking damage?
Yeah, so he is vulnerable to lightning damage, you presume. But Darhana, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast Bane on the main guy and the 3 zombie guards.
Sure. I have to make a save. One for the creator, one for the zombies. What type of save is this?
The save is Charisma 13.
Charisma. Well, the zombies will definitely fail with a. They roll a 14, but -3, so they'll fail it. For the creator, he shall roll a. He will fail it, but he'll use a legendary resistance to automatically succeed.
Oh my goodness.
But you do get Bane on the zombies, though. So I'll mark them. And you're gonna. Which 2 zombies would you like to mark, or does it not matter?
I only got 2 of them?
Yeah, because Bane, unless you want to cast it at a higher level.
I did level 2.
Oh, gotcha. Just want a clarification.
Sorry.
All right, it's all good. But you mark these 3 zombies with Bane. You try to do it on the creator, but it doesn't seem to affect him as much.
Alright.
Alrighty.
And Bardic on. I don't know who to use Bardic on. Momac, I guess.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Momac.
Alrighty. Momac, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You see there's a water elemental creature creeping up on you, downing Sanctus. You see this guy is going to do some stuff with the corpses. What would you like to do?
I have a question.
Question.
Would the scroll create or destroy water be able to destroy the water elemental?
The good old age question of D&D. Let me look that up. because this could be important.
Yeah.
Create or destroy water. Boom.
Because it says it can break 10 gallons, which I know that thing is definitely more than 10 gallons, but if there's, like, any kind of primary part of it, like a head, I can just fucking vaporize that.
Alright, so let's do this. I'm looking it up. So I would say with the create or destroy water scroll, you're able to take like a portion of it, so you'll deal some damage. And I would say that this being would have to make a con save because he is a complete being out of water. So let me just make that save. And we'll say it's
Hold on. What would happen if he fails the con save?
he will take a lot of damage because of the spell. Let me just make the save first and go from there.
Can I ask a question to the rest of the party real quick? Do I use the scroll, or should I try to catapult something, hit the creator, and that'll break his concentration over the reverse gravity?
Ooh, both are good.
Yeah, I know.
But he's all the way back there now, right? There's no way he
Well,
can hit
no,
that.
catapult's 60 feet. He's could be within.
Oh wait, we're above
Oh,
the wall now, aren't we?
Yeah, he's too far. I can musket. Musket will do the same. As long as he takes damage, that's all that matters. What do you think is better? I think breaking concentration, because then we can just deal with the water elemental
Well, you're gonna
after.
and take damage, and if I
I.
drop
Oh yeah.
saves too,
Oh. Okay.
but
This is
that's
rough.
So what you doing, Mac?
I guess I'll use the scroll.
Alrighty. Well, good news for you, I failed it. So go ahead and roll 4d10.
4d10.
Yep, because it's a spell that is legit destroying a part of itself, and it could mess up with its form a bit. So go ahead.
Just normal d10.
Yep, 4d10.
19.
Alright, you deal significant damage to the creature, destroying a portion of it as it screeches out in pain. So that uses your action. Anything bonus action wise, or no?
Forgatron within. Can I command Forgatron to push me out?
Sure, you'll be taking some damage, but perhaps
How will I take damage from pushing?
because it's an attack, right? Or are you doing the bark, or are you doing just a simple shove? Because you two are clearly not next to one another.
Well, no, we're within 5 feet. I just checked. Is that within? Would that be?
No, you're in 10 feet. 5 feet would be directly in front. You are in 10 feet away, so he would not push you. However, with his bark, he could push you further, but you would be taking some damage.
Arc.
He does have like a sonic thing to it, right? As a no.
He has force, empowered rend. He has repair. He has bite, and he has deflect attack as a reaction.
Does the force power rend push back enemies or no? Does it say?
Force empowered rend 5e.
Alright.
No.
Well, no. All right.
No.
All right. Well, Forkatron is hovering in the air, floating, trying to find some solid ground.
Alright, I'll tell Forkatron to, I guess, this is so ass.
Alright. Well,
this is so shit.
Alright. While you work on that, we're just gonna move on here. Alright.
I'll just say hold this action if the water elemental comes within range attack.
Okay. Alric, you are being lifted in the air by both the spell and whatchamacallit, and your grappling hook. You're still holding it, and it's like you're like holding it as if it's like a parachute. What would you like to do?
Okay. How high am I right now?
Whatever it says on your character, 20 feet in the air currently.
20 feet. Okay. Can I just pull my grappling hook back?
Yep, I would say that was just an item interaction. It's easy for you to do.
And I totally forgot, but using my fast hands, I want to use my bonus action to try to throw my grappling hook again.
Okay, where at?
against the ground again. I'm just trying to get down.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Come on. Give me a 15.
15. You grapple onto some solid rock mound that is like procured up due to the spell, and you think that you're able to grapple it towards the ground a bit. It's going to take you half your movement speed, but obviously you have ways to get around that.
Alright, let's do this then. With my movement speed, what's half of my 30?
15.
15? 15 is perfect, actually. I am going to crawl down 15 feet,
Okay.
and that'd be 5 feet off the ground, right?
Yep.
Let me see what my climber's kit. And climber's kit would lift me higher. Alright, well, I guess with the rest of my... with my action, I'm going to take one of my hand crosses out, and I'm going to fire at this water elemental.
Alright, make your... Hold on, let me check for reverse gravity. Reverse gravity is one of those very few high-level spells people can experience. Go ahead and make your attack with disadvantage.
Woo. That sucks. 18.
18 to hit with disadvantage?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Ooh, you hit. Surprisingly. So you shoot, and then it just curves upward towards the water elemental.
Yeah, it's gonna be 14 damage. That
Alright.
includes my attack.
Alright, so what is your damage with just the crossbow? Without adding a sneak attack?
Just my crossbow.
Like
8 damage.
8 damage? Alright, he'll take only 4 of that because he's resistant to it, but he'll take full brunt of your sneak attack. So it just curves upward, it hits the water elemental, and you think that it deals some damage to it.
Alright, and that is my turn.
Alright.
Also, the line is available to anybody who wants to try to grab onto it.
Yep, so the line is available for anyone nearby Elric, so basically anyone within this vicinity can grab it. At this point, the creator turns to see what's going on, and he sees like a bunch of commotion, so he'll just use his last legendary action to just hover to see what's going on. He goes up 30 feet in the air. And he just kind of sees all you guys, what you guys are doing about Soar.
Wait, the creator is going up?
He is floating up he's levitating up to see what's going on over here. He sees a bunch of noises going on.
Wouldn't that break his concentration?
No, because he has boots of levitation, my friend, so it doesn't break his concentration. Alright. So, it is Sora's turn. I have to grab his character sheet. What time we got? Okay, we got some time left. One second, folks. I gotta pull up Sora's character sheets. Grab Sora here. No, I don't want to edit his sheet. I want to just view it. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what Sora can do here. He can't fly, but I have speed. Spells. He has a lot of thunder wave spells. He will shock and grasp. He'll go to the water elemental and he will shock and grasp it. And I'll roll on his character sheet to be fair. Shock and grasp, he has a +7 to hit. It's a 12, which does indeed hit. And he deals 6 points of, what is this, lightning damage? Lightning damage, yep. And it actually does double the damage because he is electrocuted, and this water elemental is not looking too hot. This creator, it's his turn now. He gets all his legendary actions back, and he'll say, "You dare deform my creature. I think we have played this game long enough, children." And he will cast a powerful spell. He shall cast I'm just going through spells. He'll just cast Shatter at 6th level.
Ooh.
And the radius of Shatter is a 10-foot sphere. Let me just draw it out. Draw the sphere. He'll concentrate it on here. So Sor and Forgatron. Well, let me move it around to see if he could get. See if it's possible to get anyone in. Yeah, so he'll do it here. So he'll get Elric, Forgatron, and Sor. They have to make
Elric is like way down below though.
It is a sphere, so he'll just place it in the middle to where he can get all of them. So all 3 of those individuals must make Constitution saving throws. So go ahead and roll for Forgatron.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he has. Okay, con +4.
And Sor, con is his good stat.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that one too.
Sure.
Not my inspiration. Yeah, my bard.
Wow. 6.
6. Oof.
Oh
No,
Good
that's
job.
Sor unfortunately did not make it.
Is that with inspiration?
Thank you very much.
You can use inspiration to re-roll too.
Nah, 18 sounds good.
An 18 to save?
Yeah, 18 to save with bardic inspiration.
The 18 will succeed. You save. Everyone else fails. Now it is casted at 6th level. So it's an extra d8 for every level above 3rd. So 3, 4, 5. So I gotta roll. So I gotta roll 6 d8s.
Forgatron's dead.
5.
Dead, don't die. Tyler, this is gonna be a TPK, is it?
I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna die.
So 32 damage total. Sword takes half that.
Right.
So 32. So 32. What's half of 32? Fuck, I can't think. I'll pull up the math. Divided by 2, what is that? That's 16 damage. So Sword takes 16 points of damage from that.
Does Forgatron take the same?
If he failed it, he takes 32. The 16 was halved.
Forgatron is dead. Okay.
Forgatron just explodes, and many forks all around him.
No.
Unfortunate.
Wait. Okay, he does have saves.
Good lord, we lost him.
I've never done death saves before. This will be interesting. Wait.
Forgatron does not make a death save. He is just dead, bro.
Yeah, he's dead,
What?
man.
He's just scattered to a bunch of pieces. And he is since he's considered... Okay, he doesn't consider object. Never mind. But you just see... Well, Mac, you just see, like, the loud ringing all around. You hear Sor clasping his ears, and he just barely makes it. You see Elric do the same. Barely makes it. You see Forgatron, like, shake a bit before eventually imploding into several forks and barbed stuff and whatever materials you made him out to be. And then the creator will say, "Your creation was faulty. I shall make improvements upon it." Hey, Source back.
Hello.
Sorry
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but you deal good damage to the Wild Elemental. You succeeded on his 6th level Shatter spell. Let me get Source name back here. Whoop. Yeah, and Forgatron died and imploded. And he will say, "Your creation is an insult to my eyes. I shall make better use for him."
Why doesn't he get death saves?
Because he is not a player character.
Yeah, only PCs get death saves.
Alrighty. So that's what the creature shall do on his turn. It is Sanctus, make a death saving throw. And keep in mind, since we haven't done this yet, if you fail a death saving throw, you keep that failed save till the end of the encounter. So if you get back up and go down, you still have that one failed death save.
Alright.
And also all of 18, so that's one success. Also, all of you are now arisen another 30 feet. But for you, Elric, since you are on planted ground, I do need you to make a. So Sor and Elric, since Sor you have flying abilities, and you Elric you have mounted yourself to the ground. I need you to make dexterity saving throws to see if you're still being lifted up the ground or not.
Aye, Captain.
I
That's
make
an
it
at
as
one.
well.
Yes, because of your
Yeah,
flying
I'm
abilities.
rolling that.
And what roll?
Dex.
Just a dexterity save or a check?
Yep.
That's gonna be a 20. I just used my inspiration to re-roll that one.
You succeed.
I got a natural 24, 21.
You succeed. Your movement, you do not move. You're able to maintain your ground. All right. So let me just update everyone here. Alrighty, I have updated everyone's feat abilities. The bad guys go. But after your turn, he'll cast Animate Dead on 3 more undead. For spending 2 legendary actions.
How many legendary actions does he have?
He gets 3 per turn. He has to spend 2 to cast a spell. So he only has 1 left before his next turn, and he replenishes them at the start of each of his turns. And then the creator will say, "Now go, my children, do the tasks that I command you to do." And they will just spend their turn going closer and closer towards the guardhouse. Alrighty. Top of the initiative, Darhana, you are up. You are being lifted more from the reverse gravity spell. What would you like to do?
Can the creator be charmed?
You're unsure.
Will it use an action to figure it out?
You could make an insight check or an arcana check to figure out if he could be charmed.
Arcana check?
Arcana or insight, your choice. This will be your free check for the round.
Okay. I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
Okay.
I got a 9.
9, you do not know.
Damn it.
So that's your free check.
I'm gonna attempt to do sleep on him anyway.
You're gonna try to do sleep.
Yeah.
At what level would you like to cast sleep?
What is the difference? Let's see here.
It's 2d8s additional for every level upcasted from first level. So right now you currently roll 5d8s. If you upcast it to second, you will roll 7d8s.
Okay, I'll do second level.
Alrighty, roll those 7d8s and just let me know how much hit points you affect.
Okay. Those are the diamonds, right?
Those are the ones that are diamond looking, yes.
The one above the 6?
Yes.
7 of them?
Yep. Roll 7 of them. And tell me how much hit points you deal.
27.
It's not enough, unfortunately. You try to cast a sleep spell upon the creator, and as it does, he just coughs out as like dust forms around him. But he doesn't seem to go to sleep.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Cry.
I'm sorry. The creator turns and sees this. He says, "Impudent child, I shall not sleep until my work is done. However, you shall sleep with the bugs once more." And he'll spend his 3rd legendary action to cast Infestation on you once more. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yummy.
Which What'd you roll on the con save?
12.
Not good enough. I rolled 4s on all my damage dice. So you'll take 12 points of poison damage, and I need you to roll a d4.
Oh, a D4. I got the 4.
Alright, you move more closer to the wall, and you are at the edge of it, as more bugs seem to pull you closer and closer to this wall.
Didn't you say
12 damage?
Say again, Womack?
Didn't you say casting a spell takes 2 legendary actions?
This is a cantrip.
Okay.
Casting a leveled spell costs them 2. Casting a cantrip costs them 1.
I'm looking at the spell right now. It says a range of 30 feet.
Is it a range? Well, he's 30 feet up. Oh, yeah. So I will, regain those hit points. Because now I'll just go over here instead.
Sorry to be a rules guy right now. But
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll blow you up next turn. It's fine.
My dog died, okay?
It's all good.
5 to 12 damage?
You do not take fall damage. You could just, whatever damage I dealt to you, you could just gain that back. Because I weren't able to do the spell anyway. So.
Oh.
Yep, so it'll just move closer to the corpses and do more stuff to it. Lomac, it's your turn. Unfortunately, Forkatrana is no longer on this earth. What would you like to do?
Sanctus.
Mm-hmm.
If we fall, is it like certain death for you?
No, I believe that's 2 death saves.
It would be 1 death save if you fall to the ground, unless it's like an extreme height.
Well, that's 30 feet.
You are,
I thought it was
yeah, you're
20.
30 feet.
30?
Yeah, he risen, like, each of the creators' turn, you guys rise up, so.
Okay.
So likely, the likelihood would be 2 death saves. But you don't know that.
All you see is, like, Sanctus ragdolling, hovering up in the air, so. Oh, I forgot about the water elemental. I forgot to give him a turn. The water but I don't think there's much that the water elemental can do. Anyway, yeah, I could. Let me see the range of his attacks, because I completely forgot about the water elemental. Yeah, I can't do anything with water elemental. Proceed. It's just like hovering water, basically. It's weird. But continue your turn, Momek.
Okay, I am going to cast Featherfall in preparation for when he falls.
I believe Featherfall is a reaction spell, right?
Featherfall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
It is
okay.
a reaction.
That's actually good to know.
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot. What?
Go ahead.
Did you say no?
I say yep. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Make you. Do your thing.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the creator.
Okay.
Musket has 120-foot range.
Oh
so
yeah, you could definitely hit him then. Well, you could try. So.
20, not natural.
20 does hit. Do me a favor and roll damage, and I'll decide what to do.
It's 12.
12.
So yeah.
All right, I'm thinking here. And what you roll to hit?
20, but is not natural.
Dirty 20. I got stuff up my sleeves I can do.
You already killed my dog, man.
One second, let me go back to Owlbear. He turns around, he hears a gunshot, and then he will cast the shield spell to make it miss.
Shield spell is reaction.
Yep, so it's a +5 to hit. +5 to his armor class, which will make it miss.
I thought you can only use a reaction. Yeah, casting time, 1 reaction which you take when you are hit by an attack or targeted by the magic missile spell. It says it right in the casting time part of the spell.
Yep, but I'm going to use a reaction because he has a lot of reactionary stuff, and I'm thinking of moves that he could do because he is an intelligent character, and that's why I asked you to roll in advance to see what the damage would do. But seeing that, like, he doesn't have a lot of prep time to catch with, say, Glove of Missile Snaring, he will cast a shield spell in response. Because he has a lot of
Yeah,
reaction
but-
stuff that he could do.
It's when he's hit, so he still takes the damage.
No. So I'm going to rule it that because he has a lot of reaction stuff, that's why I asked you to roll the damage die before I think of stuff to do. So I'll say in reaction to your attack, you'll cast shield. Make it miss.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. He has a lot of stuff to do, reaction-wise, which is why I asked you to roll to see what the best options. And since he is an intelligent character, he would think of stuff like this.
Okay. Would I be able to? Let me see. Do I even have it?
So that's your action, and with your gunshot, you move back a bit.
Would I be able to use a rope to like lasso Sanctus and bring him closer to me?
You use your reaction to shoot, sir.
I use my reaction.
You used your action to shoot.
Yeah.
And using
yeah.
your rope to try to swirl Sanctus around you to pull you closer, I would say that would take an action to do. So unfortunately, you can't do it this turn, since you already used your action.
I got you covered.
Yeah. I have nothing to use as a bonus action because Forgatron is dead. I guess I end my turn.
Alrighty. Ulrich, it is your move.
Okay. Momac, why exactly are you concerned about Sanctus right now?
Because he's on death saving throws.
Elemental nearby.
I
What's
have
the
cure
elemental
wounds.
looking like?
It's pretty fucked up. I used a scroll which did damage and we hit it for 30.
Yeah,
Two
and he
lightning
got
damage?
critted on with lightning damage, and
Okay.
Sora hit it with some lightning damage too.
Okay. Would you rather I save you, Sanctus, or I take down this thing?
Take him down.
If take it down,
'Cause-
but this might be a fight that we have to get away
Run.
from.
Yeah.
Get away from?
Like lick our wounds and come back swinging later. But like the fact that we haven't even done any damage to him.
If we
Yeah.
can just kill the shitty elemental, even if Sanctus falls, I can reaction cast Featherfall. And if we can just actually hit him and break that concentration, then it'll be a hell of a lot easier.
Okay.
Because the issue is, unless we break that concentration, we can't leave.
Yeah. I say, I think I'm probably.
Can we drop Thornwall at this point because like we're above it, right? And that,
You're way above it at this point, and it stays, I think, for a long time because it's from a magical
I already
item.
broke my concentration though, didn't I?
Go ahead and make a concentration check, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll say the DC's a... Well, you took less damage, so we'll say the DC's a 10. So.
With the rest of my movement speed, Tyler, could I long jump out? I do have an ability that gives me 4 extra feet with a long jump.
I would say go ahead and make an athletics check. And because if you jump, you might go back up again. That's the issue. So.
I know, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Otherwise, alternatively, you could just use 5 feet above the ground, pull yourself to the ground, and get out there with the rest of your movement because you would be at half speed. And with your movement, you just get out of it.
Where's the concentration check?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Honestly,
concentration.
Yeah, DC 10.
I can just use my movement speed and get out and go from there. That's
Yep.
what I'm gonna do.
So you.
I got a 19.
Yeah, Wall of Thorns stays up there. Elric, you like climbing Mount Everest in the storm. We finally touch the ground, and as you do, you just basically use the remainder of your movement to just crawl out using your grappling hook. It's kind of like a weird ice pick, and then when you get to the ground, you're like, ugh!
Oh my god, solid ground,
And
thank God.
yeah, but that costs your movement. I'm trying to remove the text here. There we go.
Okay, Arhana, how do you feel about getting grappled, but in return you get out of here?
Alright, I'm down.
Now, as a bonus action, using time items, I'm going to activate my rope of entanglement and grab Arhana.
Alright, and since it's voluntary, you do not need to make the check. And I'm assuming you would like to pull her down?
I'm gonna pull her out.
Alright, I need
Pull
you to
her
make
down and then out.
I need you to make an athletics check for me here, sir.
Let's do this. Oh, good luck to me. Good luck to me. Good luck to me. 17. I think that's pretty good luck.
Alright, you're able to get her down to 15 feet.
Right.
Where?
And then, gonna. Jesus Christ, I don't know. Yeah. Would that have taken my whole action?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be my full turn, and then next turn I'll pull you
Alrighty.
back down.
Sor, you're up. This water elemental thinks it could go down in one good hit. What would you like to do? Sor? Hello? Uh-oh. Joseph, are you there?
I didn't realize my mic was off.
It's all good.
Does it seem like I can see over the wall of thorns?
You are underneath the water elemental, so at this point in time, no.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the water elemental.
Alright, 1 second, I'm just fixing something on the stream here. Stream's a bit funky. There we go. Alrighty, so the water elemental is 30 feet up in the air, but you could get up to him no problem with your flying speed.
I'll fly.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna, aiming not to hit Sanctus, I'm gonna Thunder Wave.
You're gonna Thunder Wave? Alrighty.
Yes, at second level.
Alrighty, so I have to make a con save.
Yeah, con save 15.
I fail it with a 14.
Okay. That's gonna be 17 damage.
Alrighty, how would you like to defeat it, bro?
I hit it with a Thunder Wave and it bladders into rain.
Alright, and as it does, it's like it forms into many, many raindrops all around you guys. However, the raindrops are going in reverse. Alrighty, anything else you would like to do, sir?
I can't do anything. That's my turn.
Alrighty. It's the creator's go. He gets all of his legendary actions. He will then cast the animate date spell at a higher level to create even more undead.
Yeah, I think we run away from this one guy.
And he goes, "Go, my undead, do your parts." And he will say this. He says, "Go, my children, do in service of your creator." And that's what he shall do. It is Sanctus. I need you to make a death saving throw for me, please.
Alright. That is a 9.
That's one failure.
I want to use my inspiration on that.
Sure.
Oh, that's cocked. Oh my god. Falling in the same crevice.
Oh no. 13. Alright, that's a success. Everyone gets lifted up, but I need Elric to make a strength saving throw for me, please. See if you can hold on to the rope while everyone else is being lifted.
I'm holding on with all my might, Darhana.
And then Sor, make a dex save for me, please.
Okay. Four.
4, you go up 10 feet.
Okay.
And what's your roll, Eric?
Got 5.
I got some bad news. So, Darhana goes up 10 feet.
Great. Don't I have a grappling hook too?
You would, but you're entangled. And speaking of the entangle, you are also going to get pulled back into it.
Oh, I can let go of my rope.
Okay. Would you like to let go of your rope?
Honestly, I think it's in my best interest that I do.
Alright. Alright, it pulls out of your hands as your rope of entanglement is now around Darhana as she is restrained. And it is...
Letting go of my rope unrestrained. It has to be in my hand.
Gotcha. So your rope is just dangling in the air right at this point. And then the bad guys get to go, so the zombies. These guys will go in. These guys will spend their entire turn going here. These guys spend their entire turn going here. Not that far. and then at the end of that turn, he will use his last legendary action. He will use his legendary action to say, "Go, my minions, go, play your part," and then he'll command all of them to go more and more into the building. So he just got a bunch of zombies in there in the Capitol building. So who knows what's going on in there?
We're the worst heroes ever.
All right, Darhana, it's your turn. The rope that was surrounding you that Elric was helping you out with is now unraveled. And you just see a bunch of zombies go into this building. What would you like to do?
Can I? So if are these zombies being animated by him?
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
actively?
But at this point, they're
Require
all.
concentration?
No, they don't. So they all go into the building, and you no longer see them.
Oh, all of them.
Yep.
Okay. So he's still here.
Yep, he is still there. Yes.
Can I throw manacles?
Uh.
Manacles?
I don't think throwing manacles would assist you in this situation, for he is very far away.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true. Ah, darn it.
You have other stuff that you could do.
I do.
Honestly,
He has a really high intelligence, so I don't think. Because I was thinking maybe I could. Sorry, I'm going into my actions here. I was thinking maybe I could do Words of Terror, right? But, does he have a high wisdom score?
You aren't too sure. What you doing?
Okay. I am going to cast Level 2 Sleep again.
Alright. Roll them dice.
$30.
30. It's not good enough.
Damn it.
You try to cast a sleep spell once more, but no effect once more.
What do you need? You bastard.
As your turn closes, he will project his voice towards you guys saying, "My work here is done. I am done when I'm needed. We shall meet together soon, children, and as we do, you'll join our side." And then he will use his last 2 legendary actions to dimension door the fuck out of there. And as it does, the concentration on risk gravity is no longer there.
I got it.
Cast Featherfall reaction.
How much
We're
feet?
all dead.
How much feet does it prevent?
What's up?
How much feet does Featherfall cover?
Let's see.
I think Featherfall's a touch spell,
60 feet per round, so it would slow it for.
Yeah, so you're fine. Alrighty.
600 feet overall over the course of 10 seconds.
So you would be fine. So everyone would get down safely, but through the casting of Featherfall would be able to avoid such fates. Sanctus, I do need you to make a death saving throw for me, please. So you got, I think, 2 successes?
That's a 2.
That's a 2. That's a failure. So as you guys gently float down, Sanctus is not doing too well. As
Can I go?
You guys, yeah, you could go Cure Wounds him. Roll for that while I try to get rid of this circle.
I'm gonna go pick up my rope.
You do so.
5.
5. You heal for 5 hit points. Sanctus,
So,
you awake. Sanctus, you awake from your unconscious state, and you see Momac above you. You see a bunch of Forkatron all around, along with some water around you all. You guys, some of you are damaged, some of you are not. But the one thing that you do hear, thank you. The one thing you do hear is a lot of screaming coming from the Capitol building. It is at this point that we're gonna have to call it a session here tonight.
Alright. Also, before we go in to the Capitol for next session, I'm gonna resurrect Forkatron, seeing as it takes an action. That's it, 6 seconds.
Sure.
He'll never be the same man.
He'll do so. Alright, so while you guys are trying to gather your thoughts and feelings, we are going to have to close it out here to see what else happens next. So, thank you all for joining. A crazy episode as you guys have met your big bad evil guy. But we shall see what happens next time. So, till then, take care.